What's going on, everybody? My name is Kirby Downey.
I'm Jonny Harrison.
The one and
Back
only,
again.
And we're back from World. It's episode 74.
I don't think
Creeping
we've done that many.
Creeping up to 100. I'll be honest, I was going through all of our videos the other night. Just kind of retitling everything, just give it that fresh...
Smartening it up.
Yeah, that little fresh look.
For jazz.
Just looking at what other podcasts are doing, they no longer really numbering their episodes. They're just a snappy little title, and that's it. There's no real order to it. So
I think we're that close to 100. We've got to do 100, and then we can ditch the numbers.
Oh, the numbers are still in the title. Oh, still in the thumbnails. But instead of it starting with an episode number, it's now starting with a name, which I didn't do for this episode. But we should all be somewhat recovered from World. I'm still struggling.
Are you?
I'm sick.
Oh, really? I've not caught up at work yet, if that helps.
Oh, I went back to an absolute train smash. I'm still trying to pick up the pieces.
Same.
Yeah, they kind of realized, oh shit, you do actually work hard.
It's not just a vicious rumor.
And all the requests for a staff member suddenly is being taken seriously.
Yeah, it's amazing that, mate, what people miss when you're not there for a couple of weeks.
Except the new job role is no longer being filled by the job spec that are required. It's now been evolved and changed because they want to target a specific person, which is annoying. So, yeah. But anyway, how is everybody doing after
Got
work?
some people in the chat already. Mr. Swagner's lurking.
Mr. Swagner. Working hard. He's presenting tonight.
He is.
At a user group.
Mr. Joe Lance, Houston Swug.
I'm trying to get him involved in my next user group meeting.
That would be good. I've got someone lined up for my next one.
Oh, nice. My next one is next week with Adam Ebernickel.
Damn, I was going to ask Adam, but I'll leave it a while then.
He's got a good list. He's got a really good list. And then in May, I'll have the Jazzy Tips and Tricks, which is Joe, Betty, and John Matrician.
Yep, I like that.
I just need to fill a gap for April. I need to find someone. Dan, do you want to present? Mr. Muffin Fuzz, how are you doing? I think Muffin is live streaming currently. I'm thirsty, Johnny. You want to talk about what we're drinking? We drank a lot of World.
Man. I'm ready for a beer after today.
Can imagine where
or another substance.
Hard liquor?
No, it is only Tuesday. It's Tuesday, everyone.
Yeah, it is. It's Tuesday. We moved.
Again. We're going to have every day of the week soon under our belt.
Oh, if only it was that easy. No, it's just so that we can try and avoid more conflicts and that with all the other community stuff that we get involved with. All right, let's find out.
Let's do it.
We're drinking. Bing. Shing. What are they drinking? Mr. Jonathan, what are you drinking tonight?
Well, Kirby, it's only a Tuesday. You know, I'm not over the halfway point of the week yet, so I'm going steady with a good old. Do you want to guess? I'll let you have a little peek.
A Desperado? No, that looks like a Stella. You're such a basic bitch.
It's not the extruder. Did you notice?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Where'd you get those from?
A secret source. Can't reveal my connections.
You're fancy.
No, the live desk hooked me up.
I spoke to Sean. He said they don't have any.
Yeah, they didn't because they were in my suitcase.
Nice.
No, maybe I'll... one's Jade's, technically. She was too scared to fly it back in case it exploded.
Yeah, and there's me loading my bag with as many bottles of whiskey as I could.
Yes. What have you got? What have you got today, apart from a cold?
I'm drinking some TX whiskey.
Nice. I saw that in the airport. I was tempted, but I decided against it for once.
Very caramelly.
Very caramelly.
So, the one thing that really fascinated me about this bottle, we went to the distillery. We didn't tour it. We just went to go visit, have a drink, and fucked off. But they buy old leathers, like shoes and old boots, old belts, anything that's old leather, they will buy up and they recycle it. And basically what they do is they'll cut a little circle and put it in the top of every bottle.
Nice.
So that's some caiman skin. So I didn't just grab a bottle. I sat there for a good time.
You went through them. I bet you did. Yeah.
But they also sell these products, like, for example, the big TX logo with a bunch of holes in them. And what you do is you fill up the holes with the corks of all the different finishes. And I saw some there were like, had used bottle caps, like of a baseball, a baseball balls, any kind of leather they'll put on their tops. And it's quite interesting. I liked it.
That's a cool concept, though. It's different, and it's recycling.
I was thinking about it. In a way, yes, but how many people are just going to take this top and throw it away, and it's going to end up in a bin anyway?
It's probably harder to recycle now, actually. Now that it's glued onto something else.
I know, right? But
So what are you mixing your TX whiskey with? Coke?
yes.
Nice.
Because my throat cannot handle just raw whiskey. Just raw dogging that whiskey is not going to...
Raw dogging that whiskey. There's something I didn't think you were going to say today, but oh well.
It is there. It's out in the world.
It's out in the world.
That's a lot more caramelly
Than Jack.
Jack, old Uncle Jack. But old Uncle Jack, you don't disappoint. Miss that man.
I feel like he's a staple. You know what you're getting. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, that's how they make it, because, we've been there before, and they have explained that that's their special art, is they make sure that it always tastes the same. That's what I like about McDonald's in other cities.
You always know what it is. Not the same, but similar.
Johnny, in your little explorations in America, especially Afterworld,
Yes.
I want to know if you came to a similar conclusion than I did.
Go on. You're getting quite philosophical. I'm enjoying it.
That Americans can't drink for shit.
50-50 is my response to that. It depends.
50-50. I think they
I know
can't
some.
have...
I think we know some heavy American drinkers and some lightweight American drinkers. See, Gidget agrees.
Hey, I think
Definitely
I just
Gidget.
turned up. But
Turned up.
we... Loki.
Oh no, it's Loki. It's the other one.
It's Loki. It's the little brown one.
The little brown one.
Hey. Hey, come. That's enough. That's enough.
Bye.
But anyway, twice I took the Americans out for drinking.
Who have you been? You've been taking around Jesse out.
Took Matt and Jesse out. Matt was struggling the next day.
Yeah. It's not
Yeah.
drinking Matt though, you know.
But like, we just had a couple of beers, maybe about 3-4 cocktails, and then like 2-3 glasses of whiskey when we got back, and he was struggling the next day.
Yes.
Me, I was great. I was perfectly fine.
Do you know what I find difficult about this theory? America has some really strong craft beers, like 8, 9, 10, 12%.
Yeah.
Seems wasted.
Yeah, they don't really shallow pour them. They just, like,
No,
here's a third
full.
pint. Here's a full pint.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking enjoy it. Take it. Raw dog it.
Is that your word of the night?
Word of the night is raw dog. But
Raw dog.
how was Tulsa?
It was as quiet as ever. It I can't see it getting busier. Put it that way. Anytime soon. It was busy enough on
Yeah,
the
I mean,
Friday and Saturday, but the rest of the week is painfully quiet.
yeah, because that first day that one of the days that you were there was President's Day, so it was a holiday.
Yeah, you wouldn't have noticed. It was no busier than the last time I was in Tulsa.
There was a lot of flags.
Nope, didn't see anything extra.
Everywhere we drove, they were just like, usually you have your flags outside of people's houses. People have like 5 or 6 just stuck
honestly,
in the glass.
Tulsa and Oklahoma is like nothing I've ever seen before. It went from -3 to +28 in 5 days.
Is that Celsius?
That's colonizers, yeah.
So you weren't prepared for that.
Well, luckily, I kind of was because I probably wasn't prepared for it being very cold. So I was probably colder than I was warm, but it wasn't like it went -3, 5, 10, 15, 28. It went -3, 28 overnight. Just
That's
no chill. Literally, it just was bang, change.
no chill. Just the way the raw dogged you.
Yeah, really did. So I left and it was nice and sunny. I got there and it was freezing. So it was all right. Yeah, it's never going to get any busier. The food was good. I found a nice little Irish bar around the corner from the hotel. Well, I knew it was there, and I was getting chips and queso and having a few craft beers, and then getting a little evening meal. Really good burgers.
None of your American colleagues take you out and about in the town?
I had a really nice steak while I was there.
Good food.
Really nice steak, but it was expensive.
I had like a turkey leg that was as big as my face.
Yeah, turkey legs in America are different. They're like
a chicken leg,
but bigger.
but bigger.
Much bigger.
Yeah, we got to enjoy it. Like the massive one because I went to my first rodeo.
I saw you were at the rodeos.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy the spectacle of the rodeo?
It was a lot.
It was a lot to take in. I enjoyed watching the kids hang on the back of
The
sheep.
mutton busting. Oh, that blew my fucking mind.
That was
because they did the whole fucking show for those kids. They stand up, they sing the national anthem for them kids.
That was unreal. That watching kids hang on the back of a sheep. I bet.
Then they say a prayer, and then they throw them out. And you realize, we thought they were like 10, 11-year-olds. No, 4-year-olds. Just throwing these little 4-year-olds in these sheep, and they were fucking loving it. They just tell them, you hold on tight. These kids would rip cotton out of the sheep. That's how hard they were gripping. It was great.
Nice.
It was absolutely wild. But the guy's comment at the end was hilarious because he's like, all the kids are all lined up, and it's like, all right, make sure you give them a big round of applause. Really appreciate them because they didn't put themselves here. You put them here.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great. And, like, even more like as American as you can go, the mutton busting was sponsored by Monster Energy.
Nice. Of course it was.
So kids were being hyped up on Monster.
I'm surprised it wasn't sponsored by some like mutton steakhouse or something.
That was, and then the top kids of the day then go into like the big arena, like the stadium arena. And
I saw, yeah. They have them doing it in there again.
Yeah, they chuck the kids on some sheep again, and just let them loose. It was just, I didn't know what to expect. Rachel was just like, "You're gonna enjoy this." I was like, "Okay." Yeah, it's not the rodeo I expected, but it was a rodeo that I really wanted.
Yeah, it wasn't what you thought you needed, but it was the one you wanted, or the other way around.
Yeah, I nearly bought myself some boots.
Yeah.
Instead, Sarah bought herself some boots. I got myself a nice little wallet.
A wallet? Very fancy.
But, like, have you ever done long road trips in the US?
Not probably that long.
It's so easy.
Yeah, because massive highways and there's proper like truck stop, rest stops every however far. It's not like the UK roads where some idiot crashes and the whole thing stops. The whole country's on its knees.
Yeah, they shut down the whole motorway just to put a car in the back of a trailer.
Well, and the rest. It's not the whole motorway, it's the whole network.
Sorry. Yeah. But like they also do accidents fucking insanely. Like they just saw that car on its roof.
Oh yeah, well, it's like full wipeout. It's literally like dash cam. You know the programs.
Yeah, that's the TV show. It's real. But yeah, like I just found because the interstate just cuts through anything. It's a straight road. You just put it on cruise control. You got your lane assist, and the car does all the work for you. Yet I tried driving an hour here, and it's just madness. It's difficult.
Oh,
Ooh,
am I alive? Hang on.
you're alive. I can hear you.
I was googling something and my screen froze. It is time for a new laptop, dude.
Oh, speaking of new laptop, hopefully we get new laptops.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
But how is this world for you?
Busy, rewarding, busy. I think the podcast worked really well. I think we probably had less. It's hard because since obviously world's gone back to in person, the whole virtual streaming thing doesn't really work because everyone's there.
Yes.
So it was nice being back. I enjoyed doing the bit from the Hive at the start of the day, like the news bulletin thing and sort of the wrap ups. Roaming was nice. I think we really got some good moments within the content we filmed. I think that worked. I think there's some really cool, funny clips in there. The one of Jose in particular is a favorite of the day.
Howdy.
Yeah, but there's some other really good ones. So I think it really worked. The makers area was busy and popular. I think there's lessons learned there as well. Don't get me wrong. I think there's things that were chaotic. But yeah, I think it was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed my session that I did. My engineer and manager meetup. That went down really well.
People were really into it. People were working.
I was surprised, actually.
Hey, y'all. Howdy, Brad.
Come hang out.
That's
working
good.
probably.
What about it was rewarding?
So tell you what was rewarding, seeing Yaya so passionate about being there. Obviously, first time.
Fucking the amount of swag he was carrying,
dude, every day. So that was good seeing that and seeing how passionate he was and how much he was enjoying. Obviously, his first.
He was making the most of it. It was his first world, flown in from Egypt. Not very difficult to get into the States from Egypt.
Very difficult, you mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. So he pushed.
So no,
made sure that he can attend.
That was nice to see. I think the other thing was nice that we were acknowledged as like the whole influencer thing that we're trying to do and help with and build that community.
Socks
were good. I've got 3 pairs of them. They are a little thin.
Socks. Our faces on socks.
Oh yeah, that was incredible. So
I did not expect that.
Matthew Foe coming in with the socks.
Yeah, Matthew. We found out who finally bought our socks.
I've wondered for a while, but no, that was good to see.
Yeah, it was good. Like the formatting that our little editor put together and created a good theme. Like if I'm just, and I'll just show my screen quick. Like you just look at that and you immediately know which is 3D Experience World.
Yeah, it was nice. I enjoyed
theming.
I enjoyed having Remy doing all of that stuff. It looks really professional and really good. And we can use that for so many years to come as well.
Yes. Yeah, there's so much that can be cut away from it and
stuff's still getting drip fed out as well.
Yeah, we got our CAD monkey coming in pretty soon. And hopefully
that bit with the aprons as well, dude, was so funny. And that's just so naturally us.
Yeah. I mean the the first walk around. I like the look of the 360. It's a pity that we weren't able to kind of make it work out, because he was able to capture so many different angles of things that were going on.
But there's, you know.
Oh, there's old Brad.
Yes.
Howdy,
all. But it worked well, actually, even with the tech issues we were having.
Yeah, we made it work. We improvised, and I think having an editor took
a bit of the stress out of it. Yeah.
It was kind of, once it was gone and sent, it was dealt with. And even Sarah helping out with when we had to suddenly video it, everything, and made it look more professional, having a third person actually filming.
Oh, Chinlu dropping into the chat.
Holding a little selfie stick. Yes, loved it on-site walkabouts. We were just talking about you.
We were just talking with you on the screen as well.
Yes. Yeah, it really worked out well. I mean, maybe there's some way we can figure out the 360 video to work more seamlessly, maybe a bit more testing, and hopefully next year we can use it more. See, like that, cuts like that are just brilliant. But we'll figure it out. But what I really liked about these walkabouts is we weren't planning to do this. They had time, and we just thought, fuck it, we're gonna mix some silicone.
Everyone judging my pouring skills. I was.
Because you spilt. That wasn't the one we judged.
A drip, man. You should see my resin scales at home. That's nothing.
I think this is the one that we judge. But yeah, it was that natural sense of you will get distracted. You're not going to be focused on one thing at a time.
A man from down under.
And we got a wild Aussie that has joined us.
Wild? I don't think so. Oh,
what have you done to him, Curb?
Frozen. Oh, look at it. I've gone all frozen.
Yeah, your video is being a bit funny.
Looking good.
Yeah, we'll see if you can sort that out. Well, like Brad says, it showed off more of what World's about, and really like those. That's why we didn't want to be stuck at a desk at World. We wanted to walk around, actually explore, and actually show off what people can get up to. How's that, Mr. Michael?
Still, let me jump out and go back in.
Okay,
He's
cool.
Still pretty robotic, isn't he?
But yeah,
it was good.
Yeah, the
I enjoyed it.
Energy was popping. You know, we got to see a lot more this year, which I thought was fantastic. But like I said, in our title, how was your 3D experience world? We want to know how everybody else's 3D experience world was. See how people enjoyed their event. I think this is where Jonny and I realized that we were walking around.
It was.
Still with our aprons on. And that's when Jonny points it out.
No, you know what it is? No one looked at us. Ironic. Like, I was kind of like, why has no one looked at us yet? But it was good. No, it was natural us where when we're together we have that idiocy.
Idiocracy.
No, idiocy. There he is.
Don't look like me this time.
Mr. Bucklord, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I have to let me a little correction. I heard you say earlier when we were talking about the rodeo. You used to work on your black life and your and sheep. You can't pull cotton out of a sheep.
Oh, right.
Wool out of a sheep.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Sorry, I was on the way to work.
Well, the
That's a
editor
minor
himself.
correction. I know about a minor correction, but the sheep gather wool is hard growing wool. And
You think we know,
go,
wouldn't you? You think we know the amount of jumpers we have to wear.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
Mr. Brad Media has joined us as well.
Hey,
Brad's got some wool growing on his chin.
No,
Yeah.
it's cotton.
It's not cotton.
It's not cotton. There's a fixation about cotton there.
Mark, are you able to just unplug your headphones and back in? Because I think the audio is being a bit funny, but your camera's spot on.
How's that? Might be this headphone. I might have to just change the whole process. Is that any better?
It's still a bit robotic.
I'm up to bad. Still have to try and work.
Well, like Mr. Remington, our wonderful editor, he says the walkarounds were always fun to sift through because he got to watch everything. The nonsense that we got up to, the shit we talked in the background. I think he had a lot of fun. Maybe
plenty of that as well.
The UK has been compromised.
man, might be.
Brad, have you got a new place in the office? I seem to remember you having a different background.
No, this is just the one that's not blurred, typically.
Yeah, we can see everybody.
Yeah, there's a bunch of everybody and a bunch of stuff back there. Yeah. So it tends to get busy.
Mom is a big fan of the editing. That's great. I think everybody enjoyed it.
Michael's gone dark. Very
I think
dark.
it's probably
Very back.
All right. I'm feeling about this.
Yeah.
Work on old tablet.
But
What was the favourite part of World for both of you then? Don't say the community. We've already mentioned that.
Hey, number one, I like exploring different cities and things like that. But I will say, getting to see a renewed interest at SolidWorks desktop proper this year from the company, which was very different than the last 3 to 5 years where it was connected, cloud. They actually had a great intermingling of the two and showcasing the new things for the connected and the actual desktop version. And that's one of the biggest things we liked about it from our company's standpoint, is it gave us a little bit more hope for the desktop product.
yeah, I'm not too sure what kind of internal conversations were happening, because the people that I was talking to, they're all like, how can we engage more? How can we find out more? How can we, not please, but how can we, use the community to find out how we can serve them better products?
Yeah. And we at least at our business, we've been asked a few times, like, how can we help do your job using the products you already have. So it's like we were able to showcase, hey, look, if you want to help us out, yes, you're making this push for connected, but we can't do that. Our company's too big to migrate over that currently. So put some effort into that desktop product and show loyal customers that have been using this for 25 years. This is how you can keep reaching people, and it seemed to work, man. They really did take a big look and a big push at desktop this year, which was quite a pleasant change.
So this is what I find interesting about this event, because we're all there doing different things. So, what you saw is completely different to what we saw, even though we were in the same halls. We're having different conversations with different people. So I never saw as much of that push as obviously you got to see a lot of it. I'm sure you attended a lot of sessions that would have shown that. Like, obviously you could see what they were showing on main stage, with the tips and tricks, the what's new and all that stuff, which was brilliant as always. But yeah, it is the conversations that I was having was giving me that vibe of they really want to push more with the community and kind of give back what they really want, listening to them for once.
Yeah, I do like. Yeah, I agree. They've been listening more and seeing, what people are actually using versus what they're trying to create.
Which is good.
Yeah, I thought the change, kind of like the same thing, it was much more subtle change. I think the difference with the tech sessions, I think one of the reasons the technical sessions seem much more solid focus because they literally use a lot more group leaders and community people. So basically, what you guys got know. And ourselves presented a lot of the user group leaders presented, say the engineer. Everyone we know, and guys like Eddie and Mark but so Sadie came there. So there was a very, very strong experience of the group of people presented. And these, again, all desktop users, people who've been using software for 10 to 20 years. But also too, there was the solid word through connect on stuff. You saw that. Which said, solid word on loud or in the room. So it was a very subtle change of it. So I think for most of us who have been around for a while, that was a change one of all to see, going to a little bit more on what we used to.
Yeah, it felt different. But in a good way. It didn't feel. It felt like we were going back in the right direction, which I think which is really good. I mean, even there were lots and lots of feedback sessions. I found lots of opportunities to say how you felt, what you thought. And I think bringing those things to the people, even bringing those kind of things to user group meetings, will be quite helpful. Have a space where the user group leaders could show that to their users and see what their users are looking for and asking for. And actually seeing the results appear on the screen live as well, like it was a game of Kahoot.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I did like they actually had a table just for SolidWorks.com feedback, and they had a bunch of programmers sitting there just like, how can we make it better? And sitting and actually listening to what every average everyday user thought about it, rather than just pushing it on to somebody else or, I'll take this into heart or whatever. They are actually sitting down taking notes and seeing what was needed.
Yeah, I think that's they've always leveled up. They've always listening. The R&D team has always been pretty open to. I think that's that's something that I think it separates SolidWorks over many years. That they're there to listen and not just listen, they actually want to. And that's the strength of them for many years.
Yeah. And it's also good, what I found, seeing a lot of new people, new faces. That's one thing I did notice was, especially at the Wednesday night dinner, there was a lot of new faces, new excited, fresh faces, excited to be there. And Johnny mentioned one of them, Yaya. He was living
insane.
He was living his best life.
I mean, I walked in Saturday afternoon, was just looking around during registration. He comes right up to me and goes, "Tank, what's up?" I was like, hi? And it was just, he was stoked for it.
Yeah, he messaged me. It's like, I've landed. Where is everybody? Where do I need to be? What do I need to be doing? So I listed out. Go to CAD Monkey. Go to this. Go check this out. So he was super, super excited. I mean, what did you guys think of like the maker space and the other kind of things around the playground?
I have to
I thought
confess
the
that. Go ahead, bro. I have to confess I didn't get as much time. Again, for some reason, I just did not have time this year to spend as much time. I literally walked the playground. I don't know, 3 or 4 times. Every time I did, something happened. And I think the maker space is a great way of engaging with a lot more people. And again, it brings that crossover between, I guess, the professional market and what's out there in regards to the makers market. So the playground hasn't been as strong as it has over the years. I think the maker space has filled a lot of that. So I think it's always good to have some entertainment. The bots being there are always enjoyable. Anytime you can have an interaction with people is always good. So it continues to evolve, and I think it will continue to evolve over the next few years.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the renewed interest in the makers, rather than going towards the full send on consumer product or consumer stuff, really did help. Bring some new people in and bring some new faces. And while I did get to see a lot of the maker stuff, I didn't get a chance to actually go through and make anything. It was fun to create those wheels for you and stuff. So it was just to throw something together. And, I loved watching the BattleBots people and those people driving the robots around on the ground doing this competition.
Yeah.
Seeing younger students, especially on the student day, seeing them get involved is the best part, because we're trying to foster that growth in the community, be it through STEM education or hobbies and things. And seeing that come together with the student time it was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was, and what's interesting, the amount of teachers and educators that I spoke to, they were like, these little things that you guys are building, how do I do that in my classroom? And essentially, what it could end up being is like a kit. Here's a website this week, you can get all the information of everything that you need to know, and it is simple enough to actually construct that kind of stuff in your classroom. So there were teachers that were like, this is very, very fun and engaging. And I really think it's an idea that can be developed on more and more, and we can add more things and change things here and there and make it more streamlined. Because like both of you have said, you didn't have as much time to get hands-on. Even though the molding was probably the quickest thing.
Do you think?
But the rest of the stuff, you had to dedicate quite a bit of time. And
I think our concept was right. I think it all took too long. And if Michael or Brad were working past and had 10 minutes spare, they would have struggled to do any of it.
That's okay. This is it's a learning experience every year.
Yeah. And I think me and Kirby have both sort of passed on ideas for the future and how that can evolve. So
I thought you were referring to my inability to learn at my old age.
No. I would struggle, Michael. It's not down the way. Show the facts the right way up.
You see, if it's not an RV, Michael doesn't know what to do.
Hey.
You can say the same thing about me with cranes.
If it doesn't lift stuff, you can't do it.
You can go off people, Kirby.
Yeah.
But look, we know that we have to be continuing people into this. Where engineering and manufacture. Those things you need to educate and bring people in from behind. It can't be all us white blokes and just constantly evolve. But I think the educator can bring people in to places. So STEM is our future. Bringing more and more people in, showing. But look, I've had a career in manufacturing. I spent my entire life building things, designing things, and to show people that that's something you should get involved in. It's career. It's more than must. it's more than just a job, and they really have to encourage that much more.
Yeah, I mean, it's these kids are starting somewhere, and 99% of the time it's on YouTube. It's it's some sort of something that they're watching on their phone is what's going to inspire them. And if it is a fun little kit like that, and their parents help them foster that little idea, gets them that machinery, like a 3D printer or something, they're going to be the engineers, because they're going to be like, how can I do this for a living?
Yeah, as I say,
Go on, Mike.
I was going to say it has to be. It has to be that that people want to do this for a career. The world has to understand that if you build things, we don't exist.
Yeah, I mean,
without engineers, without industrial designers, without creators, without people doing things, square pegs in round holes all the time. The world does develop as it is. The iPhone wouldn't be an invention. We wouldn't be talking on technology like this without people who create it.
Yeah. Someone built the pyramids without CAD.
Yeah.
Which is a crazy concept. You think about it. We think it's bad enough doing it in a CAD line. We can't add up without our computers these days. These guys, thousands of years ago,
in your pocket.
That's right. They're moving massive weights across large distances and manage stacking on top of each other in a perfect symmetrical fashion. It's astonishing.
Yeah. I mean, there's you with measuring tape and trying to make a draw in an RV.
That's right. That's right. And I'm trying to do that while we talk about which proves I can't actually multitask.
Yeah. Before I had CAD, computer-aided design, I had CAD, cardboard-aided design, where I designed it with pieces of cardboard and then cut it out of metal and things. So seeing how the future is evolving with design and the use of, I hate to use the term artificial intelligence, but machine learning is super cool to see. And being able to use that for, enticing the younger generation to come in and do this kind of stuff is fantastic. I loved what y'all did with the maker space. So, but while I got you, I'm gonna jump off here. I got to get back to work. As you can see, most everybody behind me is getting ready to leave. So then I need to get rolling here in a little bit. So.
All right, not a problem. Thank you very much for hanging out.
Yeah, you have a good day. Thanks for having me on.
See you, Brad.
All right, now we can talk about him.
But as Brad, it's interesting that Brad mentioned AI, and again, it was the one thing they kept continually mentioning at Battle that AI is now, not just the future. But again, I think people have to understand that AI here is only your job is not replaceable. AI is very good at doing the boring, the repetitive. It's not there to create. It's not a creative tool. That's humans. You never get. Because all I have to do is copy and learn. It will never pass humans in the abilities to design and create. And I think that's just the difference. That's right, to invent. And that's the big difference you see with the media and their stupidity and how they report on things. I understand that again, it will never replace you in creativity and invention. It's as simple as that. That's what people are there for. That's what we do well.
Yeah, it's you also got to be careful, because it will create, it looks like it's inventing.
Yes.
And that could give people that false sense of you can fully rely on it. It's going to do everything for you. But in reality, especially now, you still need someone to prompt it, tell it what to do.
Yeah. Look, as I say, it's very good. It's useful, and it's there to make everybody's job, and will make everybody's job easy. It will take away that boring part. But again, it can only learn by copying someone else. So it hasn't been done already. So again, it will never surpass humans because humans are always coming up with more creative, more and better design and concepts and how you create, how you think. Machine will never think human.
Yeah, I mean, like, Mike, if you prompt one to design an RV, Johnny, if you prompt one to design some sort of like pressure system, it's going to take a while before it actually creates something practical, useful, and something that could, maybe the maths is behind it to say it'll work, but
yeah, but the thing with pressure relief, especially, you only get one go at it.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If it doesn't work, something else has gone boom, and it's not the kind of thing you can have a couple of goes at.
How many
Not
pressure
without good
vessels have you
insurance.
popped, Johnny?
How
many pressure vessels have you popped?
A few intentionally.
That must be exciting, though.
Oh, some big bangs in our place, yeah, some big booms.
Oh, stay away from those big pressure tanks at work for the compressors. Boss is like, "Oh, go fiddle with that pipe." I'm like, "Nope."
No, that's nothing, that dude. You're looking
Nope.
at you're like I don't know, 100 psi. We're at like 20,000 psi. So,
Oh wow, yeah, no, we're at like 5 bar max.
yeah, 5 bars, nothing. We're at about 1,500 bar. It's like through your house and out the other side, down your block.
So how do you test that?
Carefully. It's
Like,
a
what
good
kind
answer.
of jigs and rigs do you have to?
No, we have we use hydraulic clamping to like clamp stuff together so that it's done safely. It's not like venting into atmosphere; it's venting into a controlled space. But yeah, it's not to be taken lightly.
And it's all held by ceramic plates.
Big metal plates.
I thought they were ceramic.
No, we do some ceramic stuff, but that pressure's all metal. I'd love to see 20,000 psi ceramic. It would be chunky.
It's the size of a toilet bowl, just like shunk.
That would not do it, but yeah. But exciting news, Michael. You'll be proud of me.
Was that done?
I've got to take my CSWP officially this month.
Yes, you're under pressure. The champion program is
I'm under big pressure.
Up for renewal. CSWP is fairly straightforward. If you've been
Throw me out, I dare you.
Yeah, you see, all I did was just check the box. Yes.
Yeah, but you've done it, haven't you?
Yeah.
So they're not going to be bothered, Kirby, because you haven't.
There is a box which says, "Is your CWCP number?" We will check.
Yeah. I had to go search for that number. I was like, "Oh shit!" But yeah, filled my application in. I did have to fill in one of the danger boxes to say that I am part of a reseller, but spoken to Matt, he's like, "Yeah, it's fine."
Oh no, I'm going to petition. I'm going to petition for your removal.
No,
they allow resellers in.
Yeah, look. I think there's a few. I think people we're known by people to go automatically. These shouldn't be allowed in.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the start of the champion program was easy to kind of filter in who needs to be there and then open up to the public.
No, the start of the Champions program was who uses SolidWorks in a different way to other people, who promotes it in the community. It wasn't who's certified to use it.
But they need to vet them somehow. They can't be...
So go and check their social media. Certification is not the be-all and end-all answer.
But
so
not everybody's using social media. Like Eric Beatty, he isn't using social media.
Yeah, and that's a different case. And you would know that because he's on the platform. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but...
So when it gets to 1,000 members, are we going to say you have to have a CSWE?
I think they're limiting it to 500.
So there's issues with it, and it needs a passionate user to tell them why it's fully wrong. Michael's back.
I'm back. I suddenly went all strange. I don't know if my head here or this old tablet I'm working off. I've had to swap to my phone. But they've all suddenly made a reappearance. So I had no idea what Kirby just did in the last minute. But I assumed it was something intelligent.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it was like, kindergarten age sort of education.
But yeah, back to CSW. But you don't, if you have if you've been around the software for a little while, it's a reasonably straightforward.
No, I'm not particularly worried.
And I think, if you, Mike Puckett used to always say, don't do them in the order you think you should. You can probably start with assemblies first. Start with the third section. But yeah, I don't think any of it's overly difficult. The only thing is and you're much younger, so you're used to doing exams at uni. You think you haven't done exams for a while. You think, oh, this is easier. Then you hit the button to go, and suddenly you see the clock ticking in the bottom right-hand corner, and you go, oh, damn.
You're better off just sticking a bit of tape over it.
Yeah, start to panic. So I think the CSW is as I say, if you've been around the software for 5 years or something, then I think it's a fairly straightforward, straightforward thing.
I didn't know about configurations until I did the CSWP. So I had to brush up on that, figure out how that all works, and then did it, and then never used it again.
Do you use SolidWorks, Kirby, just out of interest?
Have I used?
SolidWorks in general since the CSWP.
Yeah, I was working on some hooks today for our vapor fusing system. I've got 2024.
I know you're above me now on versions. I'm at 2022 at the minute. I'm holding back till my PDM server's sorted out.
Sounds like you need to
George, I actually have the advantage of 22 at work, where I happen to have the 24 on my own computer, and I have to say, backward compatibility is fantastic.
That's it.
I have a new laptop I bought for World, and I was only opening some large step files which had been sent to me. My computer was just like refusing to really, like, they were like 600 step files, and it was just a pain. So I put them on my new laptop, literally opened them in a minute, converted them across, saved them as 24, saved them as 22, and brought them back into my work computer. It was fantastic.
No, it is a good feature, that. Definitely.
It's one that we've been wanting, and that multi-body filleting.
Oh, for 25. Oh yeah, that's huge. I mean, and again, it's interesting whenever they are creating new features. It's the big features which they try and promote. And, you use them once or twice, but things like multi-body fillet, you're going to use that every day of the week. It's like the one. Yeah, it's just a fantastic, and it's one less. Well, it's 2, 3 less mouse clicks every time you have to reopen a tool.
Well, it's 2, 3, 4 less features as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It'll help me out with the amount of times I've just got fillets. I'll do like 50 bodies, and I've got to fill it one at a time.
So CSWP's on this month's radar.
It's easy.
The only thing I need to maybe... Well, I use configurations at work, so I'm not too stressed about that. The only thing I use tables. That's fine. I use equations, all of that.
Configurations are straight. Configurations are really something that you really should use. It just, again, it's the simplicity of either configuring an engine or configuring a change. You have multiple changes. It's something really you should be using pretty consistently anyway. It's a huge time saver, especially when you're using similar parts, or even like simple lengths, like an extrusion, and 1 million, 1.5, 2.1. We use so many configurations with regards to the simple things.
I just
Yeah.
version everything. It's
No. See,
version
everything
1, version 2, version 3, final.
everything we do at
Final,
work
final,
has to
final.
sit- yeah, everything we do at work has to sit between flanges and some sort of pipe work. So every flange
exactly,
just has a
right.
different. Yeah, so everything's just a different OD. So everything else stays the same apart from the OD and maybe like your gap between the flanges. So we just use configuration to control all of that, and it's way easier than having to make new parts every time.
And that also depends on whether you're doing it as a as an assembly in regard to top-down assembly with in-context design and things like that. But certainly you're doing bottom-up assemblies, which I think you really have to do in a lot of areas when you're building things, and configurations make your life so much easier.
Oh, you'll do
Thank
fine,
you.
Johnny.
Thanks, guys.
pressure, Johnny.
I'm not worried.
Sure, like, thrown out of the champions program would be pretty embarrassing, really.
They'll make an exception. They have the last 2 years. I won't worry.
You just
It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be great, would it? Your influencers and champions and user group leaders are getting thrown out of the champions program because they haven't got CSWP. I haven't got CSWA either.
SolidWorks.
Yeah, can't use SolidWorks.
Neither
Mike. No, what's the point?
That's for students,
What's
really.
the point?
It's like, can you open the software and make a cube?
CSWA.
Yeah. So
Actually, I should go into the CSWA just to see that I actually can bubble.
yeah, see if we can make a cube with a hole in it.
That's very funny. Very funny.
But so yeah, that's my monthly task.
Yeah, you need 3 hours of your day.
Oh yeah,
Knock that
easy.
over
That's
one
easy
evening.
to find, Michael, isn't it? Easy to find. 3 hours.
Oh yeah, 3 hours
Three
a day. Yeah, everyone has. Like I heard you guys saying earlier, you're just back from the world and catching up with work. The whole thing is just, you step out of the office for 10 or 14 days, play and catch up, and trying to set up for new projects and all those things. Yeah, that's difficult.
Yeah,
Well played.
Time just gets away.
does.
Yeah, I've got to pick up all the pieces and still trying to fix machines.
Literally pick
Just
up
when
all
you get
the
them
pieces.
sorted, it's just kind of like, here's some little problems, but it's fine. We're getting them sorted.
It makes one of us.
Yeah, it's easy.
It's not easy. It's not easy. I'll swap you a PDM rollout. How's that sound?
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't need PDM.
PDM. Damn. That is,
Yeah.
That's exciting stuff there, Johnny.
Thrilled, Michael. Thrilled I am.
I mean, look, it's a necessary evil. Again, all those things which I think, which are not really. Again, this is the thing when you're doing starting off with SolidWorks and SolidWorks Essentials and things like that. They're trying to too busy how to model. So one, doing it correctly, and two, how do you handle that data? And that's the real difference. It's easy if you just run them in a whole lot of folders, but in a commercial application in regards to working in teams and all those things. And I shouldn't talk here whether it's bad or anything else. We don't have a PDM system at the moment. We've been talking about the 20 years that I've been doing it.
No, you just need good habits and good file structure, which we don't have, which makes migrating it and moving it even harder.
But that's the whole problem in the first place in regards to those things, is how do you start? You don't know what a good file structure is. Just 1 second. No.
He's got to tell his younglings.
Did you hear the Australian welcome? Hey, mate.
All right, mate.
All right.
So when you're planning on doing your exam?
I'm probably going to have a bit of a practice this weekend. I've got some stuff I found on the internet and that. I did the section 1, the modeling thing, while I was away. And that didn't seem too bad, to be fair. Like, it's just equations and using them for parameters. That was like,
That's
like,
exactly what the rest of the exam is.
the only thing I struggle with is tangents, putting tangents in properly on sketches, and it bites me in the ass.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Work was interrupting me.
Yeah. Tell you what, Michael, they just want you every minute of the day, don't they?
Well, it's not too bad. Theoretically, I don't have much to do with the workshop on a day-to-day basis, but there's a few people not here today and the like. So, yes, that's why I try and hide in my office and don't go into the workshop because I tend to get too involved. So.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. So, but yeah, no, Kirby, I think section 1, the modeling should be fine. Configurations, yeah, I'm pretty all right at. And assemblies, like, yeah. There's nothing in there that looks horrendously hard. So.
Yeah, it really was. I overthought it as well, and I sat down, I did it, and I was like, oh, I passed. Easy peasy.
Do you want to do it again?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good.
I think the trick is just to do one of the just don't get the air too concerned about it. You're young. Not far out of university, you're used to doing exams. There's no pressure.
Yeah, be fine. No, I'm not that worried about it, to be fair.
Apart from the whole embarrassment of failing and getting thrown out of the Champions program.
That'd be fine, Michael. I've got at least 6 email addresses before they throw me out. So that'd be fine.
And it's you can always resort to bribery and threaten all those secrets you now know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Don't worry. They're up the sleeve. Give it till the end of March.
Yeah. Blackmail's a harsh word, but can sometimes be effective.
No, I like it. I think it just helps people along the right path.
Called encouragement, you reckon?
Kirby's passed it, and I've seen how he models things. So,
well, that's true. You make a very good point there.
Mr. Theodore's just jumped in.
Not that there's nothing wrong with the way you model, Kirby. It's just more chaotic than I'd like.
It gets the job done, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Gets the job done. That's all it counts, I reckon.
Pays the bills.
That's it. You get the end result out.
Bad duck is
I think that is the difference. I think that is the difference. Though. There is a difference between, modelling to achieve a result. There's nothing wrong with that. Compared to modelling in a work environment where naturally other people are going to take over that model, and that becomes, I think, is the where things become different when you're working in a larger environment, and other people have to then somehow put up with your modelling somewhere along the line. I think that's where the difference really comes in.
Yeah, I've never been in an environment where I've had to follow any kind of design standards or anything.
To be fair, Kirby, they're a lot better recently, the ones I've had off you, than like the microphone thing. You did that the way I would have done it.
It was a fucking rotation. I spun that bitch.
That is the big difference. I think many of us, to be honest, I've spent most of my SolidWorks career working with, other SolidWorks users. I've had, some younger blokes come in underneath me and things like that. But again, that's where, user groups and the community all comes in, because if you're not working with people and you're only being shown a certain way, then how are you supposed to know the difference between what is good modelling and what is not good modelling? If you're getting a result at the end of the day, that's still a good model. It might be efficient. It mightn't be technically correct. And that only comes into force when someone else has to pick up your piece later on.
Yeah, I've only ever designed for myself, and I don't intend
Yeah.
really to design for other people because I don't like people.
Me either.
They're too picky.
Mike,
Other people,
they're too picky.
some of us. I just like certain people. I'm a little fussy that way as well.
I don't blame you. I think you've got to be.
All the times that I've done freelance work for other people, it's just I've always hated
It's a
every
nightmare,
minute of
right?
it because they don't know what they want. I had one guy who really wanted to. He wanted me to sit in a meeting like this with him while I 3D modeled his wheel because he didn't trust that I could do it properly. I said, "Well, then you better do it yourself."
Yeah, I mean that's the difference. I mean that's the difference between with contractors and things like that. The fact that you're dealing not so much with different models, but you're dealing with different people, and that's going to be the hard part about being a contractor.
I think that's the hard part about life.
And all the people that I ever got were kind of offshoots from work. People that would be, I had this really great idea on the weekend. If it's going to make me £1 million.
It's
I
not.
come up with this idea, and you just
Mate,
like, no.
Did I ever tell you? Did I ever tell you about the guy who paid me to design him a 3D printed letterbox to bolt on at the side of his house? And he thought he was going to sell them on Amazon for like £50 each. I was like, this will never take off, but I'll gladly take your money.
I've seen some people with wild ideas. The folks that I've helped a lot and I've enjoyed more is the reverse engineering. Like this switch broke, fix it. And now then I take pictures of it and I'll reverse engineer it. It's like here's the exact same thing. That's fun. People don't pay you. People don't know what they want. So it's not as fun. I dread working in SolidWorks where if I'm just like I want to make something for myself, sit in SolidWorks for a couple of hours, just 3D model it. I made a fun 3D model the other day. I don't even know if I saved it. I saw this shape on Discord, and I was like, I need to 3D model that because smart cookie. I didn't even save it. No, I didn't save it. Yeah, it was a shape that I wanted to make, and I made the shape. But it was a fun little case study for me to just kind of figure out if I can do it.
I mean, that's the challenge of learning, isn't it? When you're doing things in SolidWorks, I mean, when you're thinking, well, especially if you see, well, how would you model that? An existing product. And that's the interesting part when you're trying to recreate an existing product. It's a little sometimes easier to model when you're designing something new yourself because then you're working through the process and you're working into a creation. But if you're trying to model something which exists, which isn't straightforward, it's an enjoyable challenge.
Yeah, here it is. I found the screenshot.
I tell you what won't be an enjoyable challenge. CSWP.
The pressure's building, Johnny.
Mike, it's going to go one of two ways, right? It's going to go easy and I'm going to think, why was I bothered? Or it's going to be horrific and I'm going to go, I'm such an idiot.
Well, the advantage of it, if you fail a segment, you can redo it again pretty much straight away. So you should learn by your mistakes. So, you've got at least 2 or 3 attempts on each exam. So that's only 9 hours you have to go through, which is like the old 8-hour exam anyway.
Great. Well, you've saved the day, Michael.
I saw the help that results right away.
Yeah, great. Then you have to wait 14 days.
Yeah, it's when you fail by that one mark, which is really bad, Johnny. You get the 49, not the 50.
That's 77 out of 104 now, because that's a normal amount of points to answer.
So you have 104. I saw this other day. It's very impressive, Kirby.
Look how clean that feature tree is, Johnny.
It is.
Zoom me in.
God, now you're asking for the impossible.
Open it, right click, open a new tab. Yeah, welcome to the platform. I know my way around it. If in doubt, open it off the platform. That's good, man.
Nice. 3 sweeps.
One body.
Very impressive. Very impressive.
Probably could have done it in less if Eric Beatty helped me with his magic. But yeah, it was actually very simple to create, but it was just that I saw the shape. I was like, how can I make that? How can I 3D model that? And as Eric said, STB.
Did
You
you
know you're
merge
going
them,
well
or
when
did you
Eric-
purposely leave them unmerged, Kirby?
What's that?
The line, like on the sweep, is it merged or is it not merged?
No, it is merged.
Okay.
Solid body. One.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
I just don't
impressed.
rump that real view. But yeah, I was happy with that.
See, Ivan says, I'm disappointed to see the tangent lines on the radius portion, but it is a cool part.
I'll do better next time.
So,
No, I enjoyed it. It was
I like to see a good tangent line change.
Good, because it'll
I
be in my
would show you the
CSWP,
details
I'll
of it,
tell you
but I
that
didn't
now.
save it, so
But you are talking about one of the greats with Ivan, you know. So
Yeah,
yeah, he'll find a way to exploit it anyway.
probably.
Oh, yeah.
Probably, mate.
Yeah,
Model
no,
it as a
he's
cube and get the same mass.
he can look. He can model it as a circle and still get the same mass as a cube
With no extrudes.
with no extrudes. Exactly right. Exactly right. Right. The man is that good.
Toby should use this for his finals.
Not sure it's quite the same level. It looks good though. I did enjoy it, and I'm glad that people are posting in the champions community a bit more. That
Yeah,
isn't.
I've been trying to like be a bit more active on it as well.
Yeah, I'm really trying at the minute, and it's nice to see people in there that aren't just going, "Where's my swag?"
Yeah, because
There's
I
a
don't
bit
have
of
their
that going on.
CSW.
Without a CSW, yeah, well, you can't ask for swag if you don't have a CSW, can you?
Well, I'll have to send all mine back then. Probably cost them $1,000 in postage.
Oh bloody hell! Yeah. I mean, I got my stuff. Those headphones lasted me years.
I've still got mine. They're still all right. The batteries got worse, but they're still going.
I had to chuck mine out. I used mine. They were falling apart, literally. Cables fraying, everything. I used them every single day through COVID. It was great. And then every single day after that for like 3 years.
Yes.
And it was good. It was a good present.
Well, shall we let Michael get on with some work, Kirby, or shall we?
Yes.
What time is it over there now, Michael? What? Quarter
It's
past eight?
about quarter past 8 in the morning. Yeah. I drove in with you guys on and I cranked up my computer. I walked in the dimple below. I got to pull a few things off the 3D printer myself and set up another print for the day. I got my whole collection in my office here. There's a whole lot of parts hiding behind me on the desk and a new.
You know what? Before I thought
project.
I thought that was a 3D printer and a black microwave.
Well, you're not too far wrong, but it's not a 3D printer. So it's a very interesting little product in there in white, something I haven't seen before. So again, I'm in the process of just starting a new project. Some new
Exciting.
things coming out this year. So it's always an interesting time. Just all the design, some new products.
All behind the scenes. That's fantastic. Josh Mays has just popped in. Just watched that cool presentation for the upcoming solar eclipse that's coming through Dayton. That should be fun to watch.
Can you do them? It's about model the solar eclipse and using sun study in Visualize.
No.
No.
If it's not on the look at my tactic at the minute, Michael. If it's not on the CSWP, I'm not interested.
Well, Josh has opened up. He says, "Come to visit."
And they've got a very cool new the fighter jet museums at military aircraft museums in Dayton as well.
You went to Seattle, though,
That's another.
and you visited
Was
the
it Seattle,
museum
yeah?
there.
Yeah, but the it's a good museum. The one at in Virginia, what's it called, Julius Airport, is bigger. But yeah, the one in Seattle was great. I've been working my way through the states in the last few years on aircraft museums and Johnson Center in Houston. Well worth when you go to World next year.
Have you done the Space Center in Houston?
Yeah.
I was about to say it was spectacular.
I had a spare day. I told you my story about going back from Nashville and the broken toilet on the plane. And I got free night accommodation in Houston, so I made very good use of the day at the Space Center. So it's
Very
spectacular.
much.
So.
Very much worth it. And I was saying to some of the SolidWorks people, it's a great place for a special event.
I would think taking over the Space Center for a Tuesday night special event would be pretty special.
It'll be different. It'll be really good. Hopefully they pull that off.
Maybe they might be sensible and not let a lot of crazy people in be honest.
Or if it's timed well, we'll probably just all go to the San Antonio Rodeo. Which is on later in February.
We haven't had a good rodeo at a world event for a few
there was
years.
an armadillo rodeo that Kirby partaked in.
Yeah, at Gillies.
Yeah.
The one, the indoor one in San Antonio in Cowboys Dance Hall was pretty impressive. Far more impressive than the one in Phoenix. There hasn't been a good rodeo at a world event for a while.
Yeah, well, the one I went to in San Antonio, it's the largest in Texas, the largest in the States. It was one of the biggest. But I got registered in the International Center. We just walked past and it's like, International Center. We're like, walked up, we're like, we're international. What do we get? We got a bunch of free stuff and had free lunch and free drinks and got tour of the place and all that stuff. And they're like, yeah, bring your friends next time. I'm like, yes.
They can try to convert everyone to Texas radios.
And it won't
I
be
think
my
we can
first
get in the
rodeo.
right people's ears, Kirby.
What's that?
I think we can get in the right people's ears to make it happen.
I know some rodeo people now.
You don't get the PBR coming to the UK.
Nah.
Professional bull riders. They normally make it to Australia, and once a year they tend to be able to sell out a stadium.
I'll be honest. I have never looked it up. I've never searched.
There isn't. I'm telling you now, there isn't, and it won't be on the scale. It'll be some.
Oh, I wouldn't.
Kids.
The closest is the British Westerners Association.
Oh yeah, I bet that's an absolute group to meet down the pub.
Maggie's Rock and Rodeo. There's very little There's a mechanical bull at Maggie's.
There's a mechanical bull in Newcastle, to be fair.
Buckle up, rodeo riders. See how long
I think it might have closed down, but there was one for a number of years.
This one's in Glasgow.
Newcastle had at least.
Well, I'm sure some pretty wild nights in Glasgow would be possible with a couple of mechanical bulls.
I'm surprised there's none in London.
Did you know that Glasgow was
There
voted
is one in London.
Glasgow was voted the most friendly city and the most likely city in the UK for you to get stabbed in the same year?
Oh, well, I would have thought the second would have been more possible than the first.
So this comedian, he said, so they'll stab you, but they will give you directions to the hospital.
So good.
Well, that's fair enough. You know
You
what
can use
that,
that, Matt. You can use that. Matt in the comments says, "What a stat!" You can use that on one of your important meetings. Just pull out that stat.
I'm sure I can probably find that video. I think it's Kevin Bridges.
It is Kevin Bridges. Yeah, he stood at a bus
He
stop.
probably won't understand a word he says because he's that Scottish. But
He's very Scottish. He stood at a bus stop, and this guy comes up and goes, "Gives a quid or I'll knife you." And he says something like, "Well, in that moment, I thought £1 was a very cheap price to pay for the inconvenience of having to have an extended hospital stay." Which I would agree with, especially in today's economy over here.
Oh, exactly. Just pound is a very cheap expense.
I've just posted the link to that video in the comments if anyone wants to go and watch
It
it.
is good. I knew Kirby would have seen it.
Yeah, I've watched Kevin Bridges a few times. Mark, I'll email that to you as well for your convenience.
Kind of it.
But I'm glad everybody had a good world. I'm glad it was successful.
It was good.
People made the most of it, including Yaya.
It was my busiest world yet.
Yeah, and I keep saying every year I'm going to do less and less and less. And as I said earlier, I hardly had enough time. Matter of fact, I several times in the ground. It was ridiculous. I don't know. I just need to be busy. I keep saying every year I'm going to do less. Come Monday, I get hard this weekend and just down to things I do on the Sunday. So it's almost impossible to slow down. But it was a very good world. I think it was a very good world this year.
Yeah, the last day, the last day you just want to sleep, but that next morning you wake up and you're like, it's over. It's another year.
Oh yeah.
And next year it's later, so we've got to wait longer.
Yeah, it's I guess it'll keep all the Americans out of trouble this year without getting in trouble over Valentine's Day and the Super Bowl. So yeah, we'll just have to be a little bit more patient this year. Another week won't kill us.
No, we'll go the week before and start a bit pre-game.
A week-long CAD monkey.
And besides, a week's a long time for Jonny and a CSW exam coming up. So.
Yeah, honestly, how long have I got?
Got like 2 weekends.
I've got 3 weekends. We're good.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, 3 weekends.
Plenty of time.
So I've got time.
You can do it. You can do it. I'm sure you'll be fine. You're gonna come out the other end and you'll be qualified, Johnny. You're gonna be on a list again.
I'm on a lot of lists. No, I'm not. But I do need to get some rest though, so I can get this CSWP cracked off.
I mean, Matt just brought up a little.
That is a good point.
Will the Chinese constituents be able to attend, given that 3D Experience World 2025 is later in Feb?
I thought it was March.
That bitch.
I thought Lunar New Year was tending to be a little bit later in February, early March, because I've just been waiting on some things. We're starting to deal more and more out of China.
But I think Lunar New Year is like a It's like a week long or 2 week long event.
Yeah, I think it'd be finished 29th to mid-February, 29th of Jan to mid-Feb. That might be another reason that they've moved it, secretly.
Well, it's a whole. It's like a month long thing because it's on Lunar New Year's
29th
29th
of
of
Jan
January
to the 17th of
2025.
Feb.
But it.
Do you want me to read it again?
Yeah, go for it.
29th of Jan to the 17th of Feb.
I know it's the last week that's the most important, so it might be that's why they're moving it
Yeah, that might be another secret reason.
to get more people in.
It's early. It's early next year.
Yeah, that might be another hidden agenda there that we've just uncovered. Thanks to the hall.
Matt's a
What
smart
would
man.
we do what would we do without Matt Hall keeping us semi under control?
There you go.
Year of the Snake.
I can bring some ones from Australia then if they want some snakes.
Wildlife.
What, in your check
Wildlife.
bag, Michael?
check luggage. Enough people trying to sneak wildlife out of Australia. It's not a recommended practice.
Well,
I thought
usually
more-
they don't
you
like
were
it
more-
when you. Go for it.
I thought you were more concerned when people try and get stuff in.
That was what I was saying.
A bit of both, to be honest. It's a huge issue in Australia, wildlife export.
It's like the French aren't too bothered about the immigrants leaving to England, but when they bring them back.
That's like leaving out of the US. They don't. Yeah, you're a trace on the way. Don't worry, immigration on the way out. You're out of here.
Yeah, they don't care. So just leave, please.
Just leave.
Take everything with
It's
you.
someone else's problem.
It's not our problem anymore.
We don't. Exactly right. Exactly right. But yeah, no, biosecurity coming into Australia is, it's tricky. But yeah, certainly our export in wildlife is a major issue. Animals were here.
Matt says Japan is having their 3D experience world in November.
In November, Japan in the last 2 weeks in October, leaving the 1st of November. Should I extend my trip then? To make SolidWorks World Japan or 3D Experience World in Japan?
That would be interesting. I was about to ask, because it's quite close to you. Have you ever been? Well, like Josh says, he doesn't know that was a thing. I know I had to make a blog post specifically for it. But yeah, like I've always said, it's like, why don't they have like a 3D experience world for Europe as well? Hold it in Germany, and you get all the Europeans coming in. Well, Matt says
The market's a little different for the Asian market.
yeah. The only problem, Michael, is that probably most of 3D Experience World Japan will be in Japanese. I don't know if you've got much experience. John says you must get back to work, Michael.
Thanks, John. I know that. Jeez, everybody's on the case. Everybody wants more work out of me.
Yeah, he's looking at microwaves.
No, you have to anyway because that'll lose you guys again.
Say that one again. I think Mike's struggling with his audio. Anything.
Brown, he's gone. Maybe we end and close her up.
We can do.
Then Michael can get back to work like John suggests.
Must be that quality video app.
Is he gonna?
I think he's using his phone. It's hard to slingshot that data around the other side of the globe. It's an underhand throw. You know, you can't get as far. Okay, I'm going to do my wine. Thanks for running this, guys. And Mr. Lord can go back to work. Everybody just wants Mike to go back to work.
Everyone's worried about your productivity levels.
It's to be the video. Oh, this is great.
Bye, Michael. Just wave.
Bye.
There we go.
Oh, that was something. Thanks for joining.
It was good to hang out with everybody. And it's good that everybody's had a good world. Everybody's been re-energized, ready to tackle new things, start new things.
No, it was good, that. Nice to see Michael and Brad and a few others in the chat.
No, it was good.
Ciao, Matt.
And thank you very much for everybody that's joined us. Brad Media came in earlier, John. That's who came in. But yeah, it was good. You're going to send me a can of extruder?
I'll think about it.
Yeah, because you clearly got me a can.
One of them's Jade's, actually. I need to give her it next time I see her.
All right, where's the doodad? Big faces. Where's the doodad? Tank. Beep. Well, if you want to follow me and everything that I do, I'm KJ Designs 365.
At Kessel Run Creations for me.
Wait, you post much?
Occasionally.
Weird.
I might need it. This one of my aims for this year is to do a bit more socials.
Yes. If you want to follow the podcast and see where we go live next and any other stuff that we may be getting up to, it's at the Core Podcast on contact on Instagram or Facebook with the Core Podcast with the O is a 0. On Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube, we are the Core Podcast.
Ooh, you've done
Nice
them
to speak
right.
to you. I seem to be having issues. Not a problem. Thank you very much, Mike, for joining us. We need to align our time zones. It's a bit tricky because the States just went through daylight savings, which the UK does at the end of the month. So we're all like out of whack at this point. It's kind of confusing for all the meetings. But yeah, it's been fantastic. Let's try and crack 100 episodes before the next 3D Experience World, which will be in Houston, end of Feb.
We should manage that.
Yeah,
Pretty sure, yeah.
we can try.
No, easy job.
It's just us hanging out and talking shit. It's great.
Yeah, Josh, we have a different Mother's Day to Australia as well.
And a different Father's Day. Australia's Father's Day is in September.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody, thank you very much for joining us. Johnny, thank you for hanging out. And we'll see everybody in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.